one that Aunt Sarah gave us 3 Christmases ago?
Oh, that cheap little hunk of bric-a-brac.
Listen now, that's a very pretty vase, and I happen to know that Aunt Sarah paid a great deal for it.
Well, she took an awful rook in that if she did. Cheapest grade of glass I ever saw. My God, you can't even use it to crack a walnut with. Without it falling into a million pieces.
Fibber McGee, did you break that beautiful...
Hello, folks.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Hi, Junior.
Well, Molly, you look like a June bride, standing there with your arms full of flowers. Which reminds me, I think I'll send my wife a bouquet.
Oh, that's a nice thought, Mr. Wilcox. I'm sure she'll love it. I know I would.
What she's trying to say, Junior, is that I didn't send her those flowers.
Who did?
We don't know.
The card just says, please think of me, and was signed Ralph.
Oh, Ralph. Oh, him.
Did you, know them?
You know who the... Doggone it, Wilcox. Tell me who he is and how big.
Well, let me tell you how I know him, pal.
Yeah?
You see, I have another friend who has an attractive wife, too.
Oh, thanks for the 2.
And one day, while I was visiting them, you know, just sitting around the house talking, how Johnson's wax is so wonderful, particularly in the wintertime. Because with the changes in temperature and humidity, the wax protection does so much to keep furniture and woodwork and floors in good shape.
That's what you were just sitting around talking about. It's casual conversation.
Yeah.
Small talk.
Yeah.
Trivialities.
That's it.
You know, Molly, I've often seen those ads in the magazines where a lot of people are sitting around in evening clothes talking about how Charlie is so much happier now that he started wearing neat neck, snug, fast, jolly collar shirts. I never believed people did that. But to think of spending an evening with Wilcox. Oh, murder.
I think Mr. Wilcox could make Johnson's wax a very interesting subject.
Well, I can talk about other things.
You can?
Why, certainly. I also discuss subjects like economics.
Oh.
I can prove how much money you can save over a period of years by using Johnson's wax on luggage, lampshades, windowsills, and enamel surfaces. Because with that protection, they look well and last so much longer.
You see, McGee?
I retract, Junior. You can change the subject.
Why, certainly.
You can go right from how Johnson's wax saves your furniture, boom, right into how Johnson's wax saves your woodwork. Baby, what a conversationalist.
Yes, but how about this Ralph, Mr. Wilcox?
Who?
Ralph, the guy that sent the married woman the flowers while you were just sitting around fascinating everybody with your sparkling dialogue.
Oh, yeah. Well, there we were, just talking.
Yes, we know about that.
And suddenly, the bell rings.
Door, fire, school, Swiss, alarm clock, church, or telephone?
Door.
Oh.
Well, it was a messenger with flowers. Beautiful, too. Had a card in them from Ralph.
Well, get to it, Wilcox. Get to it. Who is Ralph?
I've been trying to tell you, pal. He's the guy who keeps sending married women flowers.
Oh, sure.
I'll run over and ask these friends of mine if they ever found out who it was. I'll call you back.
I wonder if I would be unfair to Mr. Wilcox if I sometimes suspected he only comes in here to deliver a message about that. Oh, I'm just being silly.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. He said, doggone it, Molly, I wish you'd stop burying your face in those flowers. You're enjoying them altogether too much.
Now, look, sweetheart, the flowers don't know who sent them. When I start burying my face in Ralph's manly shoulder, you'll have something to...
Don't talk like that. And if I ever lay my hands on that home-wrecking hyena, he won't have any shoulders. I'll tear them off so fast he'll have to go through life shrugging his hips.
Well, I'm sure it won't matter to me, dearie. He has a nice taste in flowers, and that's all I know about him. Now, I gotta get these in some water, too, before they wilt.
Ah, there goes a good kid. She don't get all fluttery and giddy just because some patsy sends her a couple of petunias. Why, shucks, I wouldn't... Oh, boy, I hope that's Ralph in person. I'll hide the body under the coal pile till spring. I hope he's a small man. We haven't got much coal. Come in.
Hi, mister.
Oh, hi, little girl.
Gee, what smells so good in here? Smells like flowers.
Yeah, probably my after-shaving lotion, sis.
Must be pretty strong stuff, mister. You haven't shaved since yesterday, I betcha.
I have, too. My beard grows fast. Have to shave twice a day, unusually.
Yeah? What do you shave the second time, the cap?
Now, don't you get impudent, sis. You know, if I talked to my elders like that when I was your age, they'd have given me to the Indians.
What Indians?
What do you mean, what Indians? Indians, they were all around us where we lived.
Oh.
Out there in Arizona. I was practically brought up as a Sioux Indian. For years, my legs were all out of shape from riding horses bareback.
Gee, honest?
Yes, sir.
I always thought you were knock-kneed.
I am. That's because I gripped those ponies so hard with my knees. The minute I got off a horse, my knees would spring together. Bing! Had so much strength in my legs, I could crack coconuts with my knees.
Oh,
Yes, sir, I was quite a lad, sis. I had a little bow and arrow, and by the time I was 7, I could keep 9 arrows in the air at one time.
Gee, honest?
Yep.
What'd you do, tie a string around them and toss them up, huh?
Okay, scoff if you want it. But those days of the Old West won't come again, sis.
No?
And you'll be sorry you didn't listen to one who was there. You know what happened when I was 9 years old?
Sure. Big Bull stood up and you fell off his lap.
Oh, sir. When I was 9 years old, my pappy gave me a handful of bullets, a rifle, a skinning knife, 3 pounds of flour, a side of bacon.
Which side?
Right side. That's all that was left. He gave me a pony. Then he slaps me on the shoulder and says, "Okay, son, get out into the world. You're getting to be a burden on my family."
You were 9 years old then?
Not quite 9, 8 years and 10 months to be exact. So I leapt onto my pony and sat there leaving.
Why?
Because I wanted to ride away into the sunset. Nothing dramatic about leaving home at high noon. And there we went, a boy and his pony, facing every kind of danger with high hopes and a stout heart.
Gee, where'd you go, mister? Where'd you?
Search me, sis. Nobody ever saw a hide nor hair of us again.
Oh.
So now, if you'll excuse me,
Hey,
sis, I got...
mister,
Huh?
did a man come here with some flowers?
Yes, he did.
Who are they from?
Aren't you being just a trifle nosy, sis?
Sure.
Thanks. They were from a guy named Ralph.
Oh, boy, I win an echo. I win an echo. I win.
Hey, wait, what's the idea? How'd you win a nickel?
Well, he jokes and I saw the man bring the package, and I bet him a nickel. Ralph was sending Mrs. McGee some flowers. Hey, Willie, I win. You owe me a nickel, Willie. It was Ralph.
Hey, wait a minute. What the... Who... Doggone it, does everybody know Ralph but me?